In 2019, the Jeffrey Epstein case exploded into headlines, revealing a billionaire financier with powerful connections and a criminal investigation that exposed one of the most disturbing trafficking scandals in modern history. Years after his arrest and death, a new revelation has emerged from recently uncovered government documents. They suggest Epstein was under investigation long before the public ever knew his name. And the agency leading that investigation wasn't the FBI. It was the Drug Enforcement Administration. Tonight on Crime Chronicles, we examine newly revealed DEA files on Jeffrey Epstein and the questions they leave behind. Who else was involved? And why did the investigation seemingly disappear? To understand the significance of these files, we first have to understand who Jeffrey Epstein was. Born in Brooklyn in 1953, Epstein began his career in finance. By the 1980s, he was a mysterious and wealthy financier who surrounded himself with powerful people, politicians, billionaires, and celebrities. He owned luxury properties worldwide, including a private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands. But behind the scenes, authorities would accuse him of operating a vast sex trafficking operation involving underage girls. His legal troubles surfaced in 2005, leading to a controversial 2008 plea deal where he served just 13 months in jail. Many critics believed he received unusually lenient treatment. For years, the case seemed to fade from the public eye, until 2019. In July 2019, federal prosecutors arrested Epstein again, charging him with sex trafficking and conspiracy. He was alleged to have abused dozens of underage girls across a trafficking network spanning multiple states. But just 1 month later, Epstein was found dead in his Manhattan jail cell. His death was ruled a suicide, but the circumstances sparked enormous controversy. For many, it felt like the truth about his network might never fully come out. And then, years later, new documents began to surface. Recently released records revealed a confidential DEA investigation into Epstein. According to a memorandum, the probe focused on financial activity, alleged drug distribution, and possible connections to prostitution networks involving more than a dozen individuals. Authorities were looking into suspicious wire transfers and links to illegal substances like ecstasy and ketamine, often associated with high-profile parties. However, the exact details remain unclear. Much of the document has been heavily redacted, making it difficult to determine who was being examined or how far the probe went. What we do know is that the investigation reportedly lasted several years, and yet it never resulted in criminal charges connected to those allegations. The newly uncovered memo features extensive redactions. Entire names, paragraphs, and even entire pages are blacked out. This raises a critical question. Who else appears in these files? Legal experts say redactions often protect ongoing investigations, confidential sources, or individuals never formally charged, but in this case, they fueled public curiosity. Some believe the documents reference Epstein's associates, while others argue the redactions simply reflect standard legal protections. Without full access to the documents, certainty is impossible. And that very uncertainty has become a major part of the story. A separate DEA investigation adds a new layer to the complex Epstein case. For years, public attention focused on sex trafficking allegations and his relationships with powerful figures. The documents suggest authorities were exploring a broader network of financial and criminal activity. The investigation highlights the complexity of large federal cases, as different departments often pursue different angles. It involves financial crimes, drug investigations, trafficking, and international connections. Whether the investigations intersected or how much they shared is unclear. Years after his death, the Epstein case continues to raise questions. What did investigators uncover? Why were cases closed, and what details remain hidden inside sealed or redacted files? For victims seeking answers, transparency remains a major concern. Lawsuits and public records requests continue pushing for more documents, as journalists review thousands of pages of newly released materials. Each new document adds a piece to a still incomplete puzzle. The story of Jeffrey Epstein is one of wealth, influence, and crime. The newly uncovered DEA files remind us that some investigations run deeper than the public ever realizes. As more documents surface, the search for the full truth is far from over. For Crime Chronicles, this is not just a story about one man, it's a story about accountability and the pursuit of transparency. and the ongoing pursuit of justice,